So we are meeting here after a long time. Okay. So today we are going to read about in Java how the accessibility modifier works. And we'll be going through a lot of things. We'll be going through the accessibility labels and what are the accessibility modifier keyword are there. Then, like, we'll be going through the accessibility modifier, working in the class, in the packages, all those things, and we'll be going through all the examples. Okay, so, okay, so let's start with the simple one. We will be starting, like, what is the definition, what do you mean by the accessibility modifier? Okay, so, okay, it's a big one. Coming to this accessibility modifier. Okay, so first going through the what is the definition of accessibility modifier? What do you mean by accessibility modifier? So definition will be there. Like, okay, it's coming to center. That's good. So like the keywords which define accessibility modifiers, accessibility, sorry, permissions are called accessibility modifier. Okay, there may be typos. Please ignore those things. Okay, because we are very much good at English, so we will be rectifying all those things. I think the letter is bit less. Yeah, now it's good. So this is a definition. It is a keyword which define the accessibility permission. Accessibility permission means we all require accessibility in case of our real world. Let's take the examples of our house. We have something privacy is there, we have some ornaments are there, some important papers are there, and we don't want them to be visible to the public. So what we do, we close them in a case or in a box and lock them in a and just lock them with the key. So that public will not be accessible to that box or that case, and like unless and until those who have the keys, they will be having the access to the box. Okay, so like those we are just private those things, so we don't want that public should access them. And we have something that we want to display, like our like in a house there are like interior design is there, like we have some assets are there like sofa, like freeze, or like some wall paintings are there. We have a splendid TV is there. So we want the people should take a look at it. So we just make them access to the public so that anyone who comes to our house can see those things. Okay, that thing is there in our real world. Those things are also implemented in the programming. Like we know Java is a object-oriented programming. So the real world things are implemented here. Okay. Like we will also take another example of a bank we can take. Bank always ask your if what is your account number, that things we ask. Bank never ask about PIN, because PIN is a thing which is private to us only. Okay, and account number is a thing which is public to bank and to the customer. So that part. Okay. So if we'll go, like what are the accessibility labels? In Java, there are different accessibility labels are there. Those are implemented from the real world. So there are different accessibility levels are there. Okay. So how many levels are there? There are actually four accessibility levels are there. Levels are there. Okay. So like first one, like only within the class is there, and second one like only within the package is there, and the third one you can say it's like outside the package, but only in subclass. And how we can access that? We can access that. We can access this by using the same subclass. Okay, so the thing. So the fourth one is it's like public one from all places of the okay. So these four accessibility levels what Java have, these have names also. Like public is there, protected is there, and like default is there and private is there. Like fourth one, which we tell that from all places of project, the that one is public. Outside the package, but only in subclass. This thing. This is the part of the protected type. And only within the package. This one we call it as default. And only within the class. This one is the private, like our lockers. Okay. So like if we will just elaborate these things, is the accessibility modifier keywords. Sorry, keywords defining the above accessibility modifier. Okay, what are the keywords? So first one we'll get to know about the private. This one will be small because all the keyword will be in small letter, like lowercase, all these things. The class members, look, which have member, you understand? Like member means a class have the members like it have method as a member, it have variable as a member. So it is called member. Okay. Which have private keyword in its creation statement are called private members. Okay. And this is the definition. And like what is the specialty? Like it can only be accessed within the class. Only accessible within the class. Okay, this is the thing. So after that, we have the case of protected. Protected is there. So what is protected? Like the class member which have protected keyword in its creation statement are called protected members. Like these protected members can only be accessible within package from all classes. Like it can be accessible from all the classes, but from outside package only in the subclass. That only by using subclass object. Okay. like this rule, like whatever I told that that is within the package from all classes, but from outside the package and only in the subclass. This rule is only for the non-static protected members. Okay. But for the static protected members, it can be accessible by using same class name or by using subclass name. Okay. So in protected, we have like first of all we'll write the definition, then we'll go like how the static protected members are being accessible and how the non-static protected members are being accessible. We'll read those. Okay, like the class member. Later on, we'll go with the example. Okay, just we are going through the theories first. The class members which have protected keyword in its creation statement and called protected member. Okay, like we have two type of scenarios here. First scenario, two type of scenario we have. Like first scenario we have first scenario is like a non-static one. Okay, so those members can be accessible within the package within the package from all classes, but from outside, but from outside package is accessible if is in the subclass. Okay, and that also and that also if that also with the help of and that also with the help of subclass object. Okay, like here the little bit confusing, like I'm explaining. So like those member can be accessible within the package. Okay, within the package it can be accessible. Okay, it's no issue is there. But if the protected member are present in another package and you are going to access them from another package, then in that case you can access if the class through which you are going to access the protected member of another class. That class must be a subclass of the class which is containing the protected member. Okay. And also, if you are going to access that also with the help of subclass only, you can access. Okay. So this is the thing, and this is valid. This is valid for the non-static one. I will now show you an example. Non-static member. Okay. Non-static protected member. Okay. And for static, we have another rule is there. Like for static protected member, it can be accessible. It can be accessible by using same class name or by using subclass name. Okay. Like static, we know static memory are created in my videos for the methods one. I have told the only below static and non-static. You can watch them. Like static memory is always stored with the class level. Okay, and non-static memory are always stored in the object level. So for a previous, like for the non-static protected member, I told that you can access using only the subclass object. Okay, you cannot any other either way you can do that. But for the static, you can access by the same class name or by using the subclass name. Okay, this is valid for static protected member. Okay, so if we'll go by example, I'm opening my Spring Tool suite. In the meantime, we'll be writing. Okay, something fast. Okay, so we'll create. Let's create another project. Accessibility. We'll be creating one project will be there and don't want a module one. This part, it's on the create module info. We'll be learning those things. What is module and what is a package, all those things. Like module, module comes when a number of project will be there. Okay. Like sorry, a single project will be there. Under project, there is a number of packages will be there. And all those packages will be modeling them. Like modularizing thing is there. All of you may be knowing that it's an English term. Modularizing means under a single roof, multiple different types of departments will be there. Okay, like under we tell that under the hood of the telecom ministry, like we'll have a lot of telecom companies will be there, and lots of rules and all those things will be like lot of structure companies are there also like that. In under a module, there will be a lot of similar type of packages will be there. Okay, so we did not require that. We are not creating any type of project here. So don't create. So a project is being created here, if you will see. Okay. So I'll make you learn how to use in my tools one. I will make you learn how to use this many tools one. Don't worry, just see the example what we are going to get. Class is will be there and okay. So we could increase the font and appearance. I don't think there is any. Maybe they are just forgetting all those things. Okay. Don't worry, we are good to use. That's a bigger font. You'll be able to see. So here we told that like if we are going to write here multiple examples will be there. Like if class will be there, like class A will be there. Then is um, another package we will be making. Test two will be there. Dot modify. It's another package because these are under dev.lib and this is under dev.lib.modifier. Here we are defining a protected member. Okay. Protected int I is equal to 10. Okay. And a static one we will also create protected static int j is equal to 20. Okay. We're creating I and j. This one is a static member, this one is a non-static member. Okay. If you will access this one, okay. How a static and non-static are being accessed. These are similar to the methods also. Because all the member variables, methods, or all are the members of a class. Okay. So like if you're going to access here. Okay, here also we'll write one protected. Same package, no? So that int z is equal to 11. Okay. So we're going here, and if we want to access this one, okay, like test2 and test, they don't have any relationship. Test and test2, do they have a relationship? No. It's an independent one, it's an independent one. I have taught you in the previous videos, like what is sibling, okay, what is superclass and subclass. Okay, so if you can see test and test2 have no relation. Both are different type of classes. So we treat them as a sibling. Okay. I'm trying to access that test2 one. So I'll be creating like this test2 test2 is equal to new test. Okay. I'll be creating this class. Why it is showing error. Okay, we need to test2 cannot be equal to a tag. Okay. We need to import this one. So we have imported this one. Imported in the terms with what is import? Like the things we are trying to get from a different class. Okay. Like they're trying to get from a different package. My mistake. So here the package is different. It's present in dev.lib and here it is present in another package. Okay. So both are present in different packages. So if we want something to be present in our class, so we need to import those things like dev.lib.modifier. This part is this one. Okay. Then test2. Test2 class we are importing. Importing means ensure from this package we are keeping whatever the location is there. Okay. We'll be writing the location so that we'll tell the compiler if we are writing test2 anywhere in our code, then please go to this location and please refer to that. That is import statement. Okay. This is a keyword. Import will be there is a keyword. Then we're replacing this. Okay. And always remember the topmost thing for a coding in the Java will have it will be package one. Okay. Package keyword will not and never. Okay. Must not can be placed after any keyword. Package is the first and foremost keyword that can be placed in the Java coding. Okay. First of all, this statement will be there. Okay. And import we cannot, never can be placed after this class declaration statement. Okay. So we are writing a test2, then we are trying to refer that one. Is the shortcut one. Okay. We will be trying to I of test2. Okay. Test2 dot I. Okay. Sorry. Test2 dot I. When we are doing this one, okay, let's see. When we are writing this test2.i, okay, we are writing test2.i. When we are writing this code, I think the code is not visible properly. Appearances, editor, perspective, preferences. Okay. So if we will go for this, under general, there may be coding style, something like that. Appearance, colors, and fonts are there. So under it, if we go like text, editor will be there. Let's not include these things. I will be get it done in the next. But it is visible, guys. Okay, like test2.i when we are referring, but it is showing the error. We'll see. But it is showing. It is showing that this one it is showing. Control C. It is showing this error. The field test2.i is not visible. So whom it is not visible? The compiler could not able to see that. Even though we are just importing the class, we are telling that please go to this class and please access the I member. In this statement, we are telling that test2.i. So what is test2? Test2 is the reference which is pointing to this object. Okay, test2 class object it is there. So it can easily go to that class and can able to refer this one. But no, we have put one keyword that is protected. So when we are keeping this protected keyword, so the rule it must be abide. And what is the rule? The rule is that here we have read. Sorry. So the rule is that those member can be accessible within from outside the package can be accessible if it is a subclass. But we saw here what test and test2 are siblings, not these two are subclasses or any type of link is there. Superclass, subclass. So we can't able to access. Let's make it as a subclass of it. Okay. So test extends test2. Okay. Just made these changes. Okay. Now let's see. Are we able to access or not? Now when you see the error is coming, what is the error? Again, it is telling that the field test2 is not visible. Why? We have made it as a subclass. Then why we are not able to access this one? Why we are not able to access? Because we are not following the another rule. What is that rule? That rule is that it can be accessible with the help of subclass object. Subclass object. So from whom reference variable we are going to access? It is the only the superclass reference variable, not the subclass, not the subclass. It is from the superclass reference variable we are going to access, but we can access through only the subclass one. So let's convert it one test, test, and new test. Okay. Now see the error is going or not. See here the error have been vanished. Now it is visible. Now if we'll run this one, it will show us the result. Java application will be running. Okay. So now see I of test2 it is coming 10. The value is coming or not? It's coming. So we are accessing through the subclass object reference and we are making it as subclass of that class which is containing the protected uh, protected member. Okay. So let's see another example like we have written here that it can be accessible the within the package. Okay. With no condition applied. So let's see. So here we can see A and okay, we'll create another class. We have no other classes there. So we'll be creating another class that is B. No subclass, nothing we are making. Just It's creating another one. Okay. So this B having the same package with that of the test 2. Okay, same package is there. So let's try to access the I1. So if we're going to access it, I of test 2. Okay, we'll be going to access this one. So this is a non-static one. So we'll be accessing like this. Test. We'll be writing the object. Okay, so it will be test 2. Okay, okay, we have written the object of this one. So like test 2 dot I. Is there any error is there? Like previous one, we are going to access with the class name. So we are getting the error. By this, are we getting any error? No. We are able to access, and if we'll run this program, we'll be getting the result. So Control F1 is the shortcut key for running a program. Java application click. Okay, we'll be getting the result. I is 10. Okay. So the next step is that now we learned about the non-static one. This non-static protected member we learned. Now let's go to the static protected member. Okay, we are getting the time will be consuming for the protected one because many people will have a doubt on the protected part. All will have the clearance about the public, default, private because those are the simple ones. But people have always have the doubt with the protected part. Okay, so let's move on. And if we'll move on with the example, so let's put these examples in a place so that it will be easier for us. So if we create a sleeping box, equal to access. Okay, so here it will be. Okay, great. So this one is the same package. Okay, non-static one. Non-static protected. This is having the same package. Okay, this one good. And if we move forward, another example, non-static protected different package. Okay, so if different package we have, so we'll have that code in this. It is like test is we are good. With the non-static one, we're good. Now let's move to the static. Okay, so let's go with the example. So here it is the static is there. Okay, and it is the different package. So how we are going to access? Let's see. Okay, static one what we're going to see. Then static J will be accessing this one. Okay, so here and if we're gonna access it one. So we'll be writing like this test2 dot j. Is there an issue when we are present with different package? Why? Tell me why. Because always the static variables, these static members, whatever static members are there, like static variable may be there, static methods may be there, or static block may be there. All will have the memories inside the class only. All of these things will have the memories. But in case of the static method, only in case of the static method, it will have the memory inside a class only, but the main implementation memory frame that will be created, like the, we call them as a stack frame. Those things will be created in a different area. Okay, that we call it as like Java stack area. Under it, it will be created. Okay, under the main thread. So, no, sorry, the thread may be different, but it will be created under that one. Stack frame it will be created under Java stack. So like static block and static variable, these two where will their memory will be created when the class loads. Like when the compiler compiles test two, okay, then only the JVM will be loading this one. Okay, already it have been loaded and it's already present under the test2 dot class that will be present in the method area, one of the areas that we'll read in the future about the JVM architecture. Okay, there will be mainly five areas will be there, and among them, three areas we'll be reading. I'm just giving just overview, like 2 to 3 points I'm telling. Like there will be areas will be there, like method area will be there, heap area will be there, and Java stack area will be there. Three areas will be there, which we will be focusing those things. Other areas are also there, like PCR area or something is there, and native area is there. We don't really care about those areas, but these three areas we'll be learning when we are learning about the Java JVM architecture. Okay, so these things are already loaded and these things are already there in the class memory. Okay, so if we are writing protected, so even though it will not require any type of special type of terms to access these things, because we can directly access through the class because these memories are already present in the class. So it don't require. Okay. We don't require like J, we need to create any subclass, we need to create any object. We don't require those things. Okay. So, this J memory is already present in the class level. In the test2 memory, these things will be already present. Okay, so you don't require any type of special condition to access. We can only through the class name we can access these things. Okay, so we have no worries if we are presenting from the different package. Okay, we will have no worries. So let's see about the same package. Are we able to access these things or not? So if we'll go to the example of A1, that is having the same. Okay, so if we'll write here, main method will be there. So if we are going to access this one, let's see if we have any specialties there. Test tool. So here we can access test tool. That's it. Nothing more is there. We can access like this. Test2.j will be there. We can access this one. Some error it is throwing up. Let's see what is the error. Test2 cannot be resolved to a variable. Okay, okay, sorry. Like dev.lib.modifier is having a different package than dev.lib. So we need to what I told. If it will tell like this error. The error will be coming like this. Always remember, the error will be coming like this one. Okay. Test 2 cannot be resolved to a type. This error means the test 2. What is it? What is it? Is it text one? It's a variable one or method one or a class name? What you are specifying? That thing the compiler could not able to get it. What is it? Why it is not getting? Because in this class, in the class A, is there anything related to anything that is present in the dev.lib package? Nothing is there. Like test2 we cannot find in this package. Okay, that's why the compiler could not able to find anything, because the compiler searching will be only there, like it will be searching fast in the class level, it will be searching. This is the class level. This curly bracket up to this curly bracket, it's showing here only. Between these two curly brackets, this is the class level will be there. And it will be searching after the class level, above the class level. Is there anything there like test2? It will not find. Then it will go to the package level. Whatever things we will be mentioning here only, it will be going through that. It will be going to this package level. Are we referring anything? No. It will find neither in the package any test2 is there, nor in the class, nor in the outside of the class, nor inside of the class. It will not find what is test2. That's why the compiler will be telling test2 cannot be resolved to a type. Okay. So what we need to do? Solution, we need to import. Okay. So we'll be just importing here and see if the compiler is going to tell, okay, test2, what is still, okay, the field test2 is not visible. Okay, see here. Now we have this special condition is there. If you are going to access from a different package, okay, this is present in a different package and this is present in a different package. Okay, now we have a issue. It is telling that this test2 under test2 the J cannot be, we cannot find we cannot find any variable under J package under sorry under test2 class. Okay. So why it is not able to find? So as per rule, if our class, as per rule, if our class is a subclass of the class containing the protected member, then only we can access that. And this is valid to the different package case of the static member. Okay. For the non-static, these things are valid like you need to create one subclass for that class which is containing the protected member, and also you need to access that with the subclass object reference. You need to access that. But here only in the static member, it's required that this A should be a subclass of test2. Okay. So we make that one extends test2. Okay. We now made A extend test2. Okay. So now if you are going, you can see the error which it was coming, it was gone. So you will have a doubt like, "Hey, now the person saw that test and he told that in the test there is no special condition is required and we are going to access it. I'm just trying to get you confused. Like you should think that one. Are we accessing from the same package? No, we are not accessing from the same package. But how are we able to access this one? Test2.j. How are we able to access? And this person was telling these things are present in the memory of test2. Yeah, these things are present in the memory of test2. That's why we are accessing with the test2 class name only. We are neither creating any object. We are just accessing with the class name only. Why are we able to access? Because in the class this J variables memory is there. It's been stored there. So we are able to access. But how we are accessing? Nobody saw here. This class is already being the subclass of test2. That's why very easily accessed here. We have no issue here. Okay. So that is the same thing. But here I did not make this class as the subclass of test2. That's why I created a main method I'm going to access. so that you will just remember these things. Okay. So just import these things and this one. If not visible is there, if it is not visible, something like this error will come. Not visible, then you will see that compiler is having accessibility issue. Okay. So let's see about the same package. These are the different package examples. Let's see this modifier only B class. Okay. B class. Okay. B and test2. Do they have any relation? Is there? No. These two are siblings. So let's try to access these things. So we are going to access the J of test2. Let's write here test class name dot J. Are we having any issue here? This time I am not fooling you around. Okay. This time straightforward. Okay. Like this class B and test are both are sibling, but we are able to access without any type of hindrance, like any rules are there, anything we are not, anything is not there. We are able to access it successfully. Okay, there is no issue. Are we good? So for the static member, we'll take this example. Okay, this is the same one, same class. Okay, so same class will be there. Static protected, same package. Same package. No rules. No rules. You can directly access like normal variable. Okay. And there will be like different will be there. Where it is. Yeah, yeah. Here will be like different package will be there. So here if you are getting confused or anything problem is there, please mention in the comment section. That part I will repeat again. Okay. Static protected. Sorry. Different packets. Okay. So this one is same package, different package. Okay, same package is there and different package is there. Rules are there for it. Okay, it should be a subclass of it. Okay, so up to this, I think we are good, and we read about the what is the definition of the accessibility modifier and for accessibility levels and accessibility modifier keyword and about the private and protected. We saw about all the examples of the protected. In the further classes, I think one class will be sufficient to finish this one. Maybe some examples will delay, like one more classes will be required, like two classes. Like private will be going through and public will be going through, but that will be fast one. Okay, one class will be sufficient in my case. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for patience and thank you for listening. If you have any doubt, please mention in the comment section. Okay, please don't forget to like and subscription is valid. Like if you are liking the channel and you are getting anything that will be helpful for you, then only subscribe. Okay, thank you very much.